Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, guys. My name is Yaqad Zaman. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, having a fantastic day. Right, we are now live. Let me just go live on Instagram as well. So, another Friday, another wonderful, beautiful day. MashaAllah. Remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tell me, what is your favorite part about Friday? Put in the comments. I'm just going to go on Instagram, guys. I do apologize. Tell me your favorite part of Fridays. My favorite part of Fridays is obviously meeting you guys, and also, okay, I do apologize. There's going to be some background sound because next door neighbor's getting some work done, so I do apologize for that. So you can hear some sounds. Q&A. Friday. Yeah, so you might hear some sounds, so I'm going to have to apologize for that. All right, so wa alaikum assalam, Sarah, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. And wa alaikum assalam, Waheed Saab. How's things? How's it been going? Zaid, wa alaikum assalam, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. By the way, Curious Cat is still down, okay. So, unfortunately, still down. Assalamu alaikum, people on Instagram, ahlan wa sahlan as well. Ya Allah. Galaxy, I have to be disciplined with my time on Friday. Yes. I think discipline, I like to be disciplined all my time anyway. But usually, I mean, for the past few weeks, I've been getting a lot of busy because with the exams and with marking papers. So I've got a whole bunch of papers I've got to mark as well. So I've got about 7 classes left now. 7 classes, alhamdulillah. I've got a system that I follow, and that system basically is I mark 10 papers a day. So 10 papers a day, and that hopefully covers me until I can get it all completed, inshallah ta'ala. All right. So anyway, Friday, like I said, I've just done my workout. I've started doing weights, as I told you guys. You guys are gonna start seeing my body hench up now. I'm not gonna do that kind of weights. Just doing weights to just keep healthy. So inshallah, let me know how long you guys spend doing weights. If you guys are doing weights or you guys go to the gym, how long do you guys spend? I don't go to the gym, right? Although I should go to the gym, but it's just I don't get time to go to the gym. It's just gonna take too long for me to take out time and all that. So I just got weights at home. I just do those best as I can. Have a nice protein shake. Yeah, and that's it. Galaxy, when will your dua course be in March? Is it via Sufa? Yes, it's going to be via Sufa. It's going to be, I think it's on the 11th of March. I think it's 11th. The 11th of March. I'm preparing for that as well. We will be able to view online. I hope so. I hope they're going to have online for access. Can a girl shape her eyebrows if they are growing in a way that doesn't look good at all? Yes, she can shape them in the sense that she can't make them thin, but she can make them shape them so that they look presentable. Arsalan Shazad, wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan Arsalan. The following: أن طلاب العلم غذاؤهم بل هي روحهم بل هي روحهم وريحانهم وقرة أعينهم. Oh, sorry. أن طلاب العلم. Okay, I don't understand. I think the writing's not coming up very clearly. So أن طلاب العلم غذاؤهم المطالعة بل هي روحهم وريحانهم وقرة أعينهم. Will the word غذاؤهم be read منصوب, being بدل الاشتمال of طلاب العلم؟ أن طلاب العلم غذاؤهم المطالعة بل هي روحهم وريحانهم. Well, no, it'll be خبر of here. Yeah, خبر of here. So here is the مبتدا, and then روحهم or روحهم, that is روح. That's the معطوف عليه. ريحانهم is the first معطوف عليه, معطوف, and قرة أعينهم. Right. وعليكم السلام. أهلا وسهلا. مسير علي صاحب كيف حال है मेरा भाई? What's happening? أهلا وسهلا. What's the latest in America, man? What's the latest in Biden, the Khalifa Biden? Remember once he said, Inshallah. How's it going? Alhamdulillah, very well. Thank you very much. Did you do a course on dreams, Ustaz? Yes, I did a course on dreams. And then after that course, loads of people start contacting me because they want their dreams interpreted. Do we say Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un to the death of a non-believer? Of course. Yeah. So we all belong to Allah. We're all going to go back to Allah. So Inna lillahi does not mean a sad statement. It's not a sad. It's not like making a dua for anyone. Inna lillahi is just a statement you're making. Like if you see something bad happen and you say Astaghfirullah, it's basically you are saying that statement between you and Allah. Muhammad Mullah Sahib, Kemcho, Aruche, Mazemache. Alhamdulillah. You like the new top? Yeah, this is a new top, guys. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, new top I got. Yeah, it's I don't know what color you guys call this here, but it's like a I don't know what kind of red this is. Yeah. Can you talk about the early Mu'tazila of the Hanafi madhab, the most famous of them and their position in the madhab? I cannot talk about them because I don't have much time. Yeah, it's a big discussion. What I would suggest is maybe ask me tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah, because it's a big discussion, Mu'tazila and all that. So yeah, unfortunately, if you can ask me like a question, I can answer in like 1 or 2 minutes. Otherwise, these kind of things they take time, honestly. Mir Raqib, alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan, my brother, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Muhammad Mullah, had my last day at work. Subhanallah. Last day at the college, yeah. Subhanallah. May Allah make things more fruitful for you in your next job. Yeah, it must be difficult, like leaving a job. How do you represent ilm? As a student of knowledge, sometimes I feel that I have to represent ilm and change who I am, but I don't know, I'm not qualified to be that, but at the same time, I want others to respect and appreciate ilm. So what I would say is, when it comes to representing ilm, just remember that, first of all, you're a servant of Allah. Yeah. So whatever a servant of Allah would do, just do that. Right. And then the other thing is, be honest to ilm. That's representing ilm. Be honest to the ilm. Right. Do not try to twist the ilm. Do not try to make yourself something that you're not. That's all. That's all you have to represent. Nothing else, nothing special. Yeah. And just as a caution, stay away from things that people would not like you to do. Like good people would not like you to see you in. Stay away from those. That's what I would say. What would you say? Okay, let's check out some questions. Alaikum assalam, Wajahat Ali. Is Ibn Arabi heretic? Allah knows. I don't know. Allah knows, my brother. Yeah. So, I mean, is a person a heretic? Is he not a heretic? Only Allah can decide these kind of things. For us to kind of base it upon Ibn Arabi's works or a statement that he said in his Futuhat al-Makkiyah or Fusus al-Hikam, that's unfair. Yeah. So unless you know Arabic very well and you've read Fusus al-Hikam or al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah, and if you heard it from second person, then obviously that's not good to give a judgment. Maroon is maroon color. I don't know. It looks a bit like maybe a maroon. Wa alaikum assalam. Zob, ahlan wa sahlan. I am very well, thank you very much, my brother. How are you? Where is the Dreams course online, or was it As-Sufa? So you're gonna have to contact As-Sufa and ask them about it. Is it true that Makkah is not considered haram? Makkah is not considered haram. Haram is the Hanafi madhab. Don't understand. Assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan, my brother Muhammad. Where have you been, bro? What's the latest? We're missing you. Muhammad, I start my new role on Monday at Mend, alhamdulillah. Is it do you have to do much traveling for it? After we complete a fard prayer that has a sunnah after it, must we move our position by a few steps? No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. Aqib wa alaikum assalam. I'm very good. Thank you very much, Aqib. Ahlan wa sahlan. Muhammad Mullah Amin. May I ask, what's your favorite poem in Arabic and why? I don't know, I've got loads of favorite ones. I think probably one of my favorite poems is Mutanabbis. Which one of Mutanabbis? 1 second, I just forgot the أرق على أرق ومثلي يعرق وجوا يزيد وعبرة تترقرق. I like that poem. It's a very sad kind of poem, difficult times that Mutanabbi was going through. So it's because of the emotion that he shows in there. What's your favorite poem? A lot of students of knowledge end up doing 10 things at once and so end up doing nothing once. Start slow. This deen is deep, so enter its depth slowly. That's it. All right. This is Brother Muhammad's back. Ibn Sina al-Junior. Ibn Sina and Ibn Junior. Is it generally permissible to work as pensions administrator? What sort of things would make it impermissible? So what's the exact job description? What does a person do? How does one stand up for ilm for oneself as a person studying ilm if they get disrespected or face opposition for studying ilm? Yeah, good question. I don't know what would you say? So it's a tough one. It's a hard situation. I mean, alhamdulillah, I don't really have been through that situation, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. What would you say? My local mosque does 8 rakats Taraweeh and witr in the method of Shafi Hanbali Maliki. Would my witr be valid? Yes, it'll be valid, inshallah. First few days, I'll need to stay in Birmingham for training, after which it's fully remote at home with a few driving trips every now and again. Okay. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Sounds like a nice, comfy job. I don't know if I'd like a job that stay at home all day. Yeah, maybe making YouTube videos. I'd like to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Muhammad Prairie. What's happening? What's Chicago saying? How's the snow in Chicago? تعلق قلبي. MashaAllah. Is it true that Mecca is not considered to be haram, meaning you can't hunt, etc. in the Hanafi? So basically, all of the haram is this whole large area. Yeah. So the whole large area is considered to be the haram. Yeah. So I don't know exactly how far Mecca has stretched now, but it's about, I think it's about a diameter of 3 miles radius. I think so, 3-4 miles radius. Yeah, 3-4 miles radius up to Masjid Aisha, basically. All that area is considered to be haram. Yeah, so that's I don't know. I mean, maybe find out what the locals have now decided the haram area of Mecca is, but haram is that area. So it's a fixed area. It's not going to change. If my family generally follows Hanafi school, but one family member does masa over cotton socks, should be advised? No, you don't need to. Just let them find it themselves. Naveed alaikum assalam. Is watching online offline durus on book considered self-study? I don't know, I don't think so. I think it would be following a teacher, yeah. But to get yourself tested, right? So if someone has just followed lessons but hasn't been tested, hasn't been sort of like hasn't been assessed by the teacher, then that's still self-study. Self-study is basically where you can't guarantee that what you've learned is correct. So you got it checked by a teacher. Ibn Adam, alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan. Is it allowed to take out a credit card ensuring that the money is paid back? Possibly, yeah. I wouldn't see a problem there. There is one point for the students of knowledge. Ya talib al-ilmi qum la tanam. If you could make a video about it. Inshallah, my brother. Let me just write it down here. A poem. Ya talib al-ilmi. Inshallah. I put that down now. Assalamu alaikum, Eskhan. MashaAllah. Long time no see. MashaAllah. Always good to see. People pay to participate in an event, archery, and the winner takes all the funds. Would this be equal to gambling? Okay, so let me explain to you about what is considered to be gambling in Islam. Gambling is considered to be when there are 2 or more people, they put funds together, and then one of them walks away with the funds. Yeah. Or, part of the funds. So this is considered gambling. If people put money together and the thing that they're going to win is not considered to be, from that money, then it's considered to be permissible. So like a third person puts the money for the trophy or for the prize, that's allowed. Yeah. So in this case, in the archery, winner takes all the funds. No, this wouldn't be allowed. What they'd have to do is get money from somewhere else and you'd have to go towards that. And this money cannot be used as the winnings. I was thinking about the answer, show the value of ilm and how it's changed me and how great it is and what I can achieve with it. However, the issue is that I don't want to destroy my deeds. No, so that wouldn't be riya. Yeah, because riya is when the thing is for your nafs. But if you do an action to show people for something greater than your nafs, that's not riya. Like for example, in Yusuf alayhi salam, he said, make me ij'alni ala khazain al-ard. Make me the governor. Right? He said, make me the governor. So make me the governor, this was not riya. He wasn't like showing off. Inni hafidun alim. No, because he knew that him taking the position would there be a greater good for the people. It's in the interest of the public. So that's why if you show someone a skill that you have because you want to motivate them to do some good, then that's allowed. 1 degrees Fahrenheit, mashallah. Today's 13 in Birmingham. Imagine that. 13 degrees, guys. Nice weather outside. Lovely. Sit outside. Enjoy. Just wear a little nice jumper. Go and rest outside. Sleep outside. When should a beginner start memorizing mutun, and what should be advised to memorize as a beginner? I would say, like this is my own personal thing about memorizing mutun, okay? Which is I've tried to memorize mutun a lot, and I find it difficult to memorize. Basically, I'm not good at memorizing mutun because I forget afterwards. So what I tend to do is, if I teach something several times, if I go over something or reformat the matan in my own words or diagrams, I can learn it better. So that's what I find. I would suggest if you're going to start anything, at least one matan in every subject, try to memorize it slowly. Yeah, one matan in every subject. It's up to you whatever you want to memorize. If you want to memorize Ajurrumiya, memorize that. If you want to memorize, for example, like in fiqh, Tuhfatul Tullab, you can memorize that. It's up to you, whatever you're good at memorizing. The point is you don't have to memorize. The point is you want the information in the text to stay in your head. That's the main thing. Sheikh, I was watching your video on Diwan Ali and wanted to ask about a particular line. Tafaddal. Can you please give us a rundown of your courses online? I'd like to start, inshallah. Okay, so let me show you my courses, man. Let me show you my courses. So, Uruk. Share screen, Uruk. Yeah, so this is Uruk. Let me just hide this. This is Uruk, okay. So basically, what we have here is the courses. Okay, that's me, as you can see. Put my hands together. It's a dodgy picture that I made there. Balagha. Balagha al-Ma'ani is basically for advanced students who want to study Balagha, and it's focused on the science of Ma'ani. Right, it's 13 lessons. I would only recommend it to someone who studied a bit of Arabic grammar. Usul al-Shashi, the first 15 lessons. It's about 60 lessons altogether, but first 15 lessons. Usul al-Shashi, which is the intermediate Usul fiqh book. Balagha ilm al-Badi. So this I would recommend to someone who's started Nahu but hasn't really kind of covered much. Anyone can basically do this. It's very, very easy to follow. It's 11 lessons. Ilm al-Badi, Ilm al-Bayan. Gives you an insight into Quran, the structure of sentences and words and stuff like that. Ilm al-Arud is meters of poetry. So rhythms in poetry, Arab poetry. You learn all about that. It's 5 lessons. Arabic grammar Tarkib course is an old course that I delivered. It's based upon hadith. It's about 40 hadith I cover, short hadith from Zad al-Talibin. And then I implement also Arabic grammar in there. So you basically cover Arabic grammar implemented in hadith. Maqamat al-Hariri part 1. So Maqamat al-Hariri is a collection of 50 Arabic like stories, dramas that was written by al-Hariri. And they're very, very nice, but it's a bit advanced, I would say. It's something that someone would study after they've done Qasas an-Nabiyyin, maybe Qiraat al-Rashida. So it's a bit advanced, I would say. But yeah, that's it. That's part 1. And then part 2 of this one. Then you got this is just Quranic. This is Ajurrumiya Arabic. This is free for anyone. Yeah, it's my 25 lessons on Ajurrumiya. It's on my YouTube channel as well. Diwan of Imam Shafi'i, also this is all free as well. Yeah, 19 lessons. I think there's more than 19 lessons. I need to update that. Quranic Arabic 17 lessons. This is the famous Quranic Arabic 17 lessons, which a lot of people have done. And I would definitely recommend this for anyone who wants to start their journey learning Arabic grammar. Start with this first. Mantiq, I've done 8 lessons of Mantiq in English. Still updating, I need to continue that. Muqaddam ibn Salah. So this is basically an advanced Usul Hadith book. I did about 60 lessons, I think, or 80 lessons, I can't remember. I still got to update it. Quduri, Nikah, Nafaqa. So Nikah up to the chapter of Nafaqa, that's 29 lessons. This is for Quduri, those who want to do Quduri, and I delivered this in class, and then I recorded it. Heart of the Quran, I'd recommend this. This is Surah Yasin tafsir explanation with grammar in there as well. Breakdown, tarkeeb, all that. I would definitely recommend this for anyone who's done Quranic Arabic after a follow-up course. Yeah. Nuzhatun Nazar, this is basically Nukhbat al-Fikr commentary. Yeah, and this needs updating. So there's about 60 lessons altogether. Essence of the Quran. Yeah, so this is Usul al-Quran, because I delivered a long time ago, 12 lessons. Usul al-Shashi, this is the remainder. So I broke into 2 parts because I wanted, some people just want to see what it's like, so they can do the first 15 lessons, and so the payment, they don't have to give all the payment, and if they're interested, they can do the rest of it. Surah Mulk, this is the shield. I actually did 8 lessons of this. Yeah, so this is a good course follow up from Yasin course, definitely. And then classical Arabic poetry. So classical Arabic poetry, this is advanced, right? So this is like people who are doing Maqamat al-Hariri I definitely advise to do this. And then you got Quduri from chapter of Jinayat, supposed to be Jinayat, not Ji'anat, to Da'wah. And then you got 40 hadith of purity. So this was a course I delivered a long time ago. I designed the Hanafi fiqh through hadith, because a lot of people asking, where do we get hadith from? So I designed the course around hadith. So it's a 40 hadith of purity, right? It goes through wudu and ghusl and tayammum and all those chapters. But it's basically designed around hadith. This is Hidayah. So Bayt Fasid, all the way up to Sarf, 50 lessons. This is advanced after Quduri. I would advise this. Quduri from Ijara to Musaqat. And then you got Sharqat al-Nada, which is still being uploaded. So we've reached lesson 44. I think it's like Mubtada or something. Yeah, Mubtada, I can't remember exactly. Yeah, Taqdeem al-Mubtada, I think. Okay, Sunan al-Tirmidhi, 31 lessons so far. So this is advanced hadith course. Usul al-Fiqh, this is the famous Usul al-Fiqh course that I always mention. 28 lessons. I would definitely advise someone to start with this if they want to start the journey. Yeah. Quduri from fasting to, apologies for the sound there, you can hear, that's next door neighbor's work. Quduri again, Khiyar Aib. So I've broken out the Quduri into small portions because not everyone wants to buy the whole course. Haid, so the Haid course for women, Masail, Haid, menstruation, 12 lessons. It helps you to work out how to work out your menstruation, basically. I've devised this method of doing it. Quduri Itaq, Nur al-Anwar as well, so advanced Usul Hadith fiqh course. Zad al-Talibin with Arabic grammar. So this is similar to this one over here. This one, Arabic grammar, tarkeeb. But this one is a bit more detailed. Yeah, and there's still updating. More to be updated in there. So it's Zad Talibin with Arabic grammar from the lessons I used to teach. And this is a 100% charity course. Basically, anyone that buys this course, money goes to charity, goes to an orphanage in Pakistan. So it's a kids' Quran surah. So the back of the Quran, the surahs, I've covered them, but for kids. I was going to do more, but then there wasn't much interest in it, so I stopped. And elements of faith, Aqidah. So it's an Aqidah course, basic Aqidah course from the Quran. And that's it. Yeah, so that's the courses. Ibn Ahmad, Ahlan wa Sahlan. What is the difference between Madrasatul Samarqandiyya and Madrasatul Iraqiyya in the Hanafi Madhab? I hope you will answer this time. The main difference is Iraqi Hanafis, they are based around riwayat. Basically, the riwayat of the madhab, they focus more around there. Samarqandis and Mawara al-Nahar, they do tafri' a lot. So they do a lot of qiyasat and tafri'at. A lot of the books that we have are from the Samarqandis and the Mawara al-Nahars. Yeah, the Transoxania. Be good. Wa alaikum assalam. I recently started going over your Quduri. Alhamdulillah, very beneficial. Ramadan is soon approaching. So what do you think of skipping to chapter of Sawm? My Quduri? I've done Sawm. I mean, I don't know if you've been following my lessons. I done Sawm last year. Yeah, so if you follow the lessons, if you go through the playlist, Som is there. So I'm actually at the moment, yesterday actually done khiyar, was it Bait Fasid? I think it was, no, not Bait Fasid. It was, Tawliya, yeah, finished Murabah and Tawliya. So I think be good. I think you need to be a bit updated on my list. For the family doing Masa over consult, is it okay for them to at this moment due to the fact that another madhab allows it? Yeah, as long as they, I mean, as long as they've asked a scholar who they trust and rely upon, then it's fine. Yeah. Madia wa alaikum salam. Can you give some advice on khula, please? Is there a specific question? I can't give advice. If you can ask me a question, I can answer the question for you. So if you can ask me like a specific question, then I can say yes or no, or I can. But when people say like, can you give me advice? It's like a big topic. Khula is like, which aspect of khula are you asking about? All the rulings of khula, or are you asking about certain issue? If you can ask me that certain issue, or you can email if you don't feel like asking it here, you can email. There should be an email below. Yeah, going around the ticker. وقد علم الأحياء أني زعيمها وأني لدى الحرب العذيق المرجب. The word عذيق refers to a tall date palm. So عذيق, yeah, عذيق originally refers to something which is like pure, honorable, dignified, and it's a word that is used for dates as well. Yeah. It is used for that. But here it refers to, it's like atiq. The word atiq in Arabic is used for wine that's been left for a very long time. High quality wine. But atiq, Bayt al-Atiq. So it's used for that. What do you prefer, teaching madrasa or university? I've never taught in university, so I wouldn't be able to say. Actually, I've got a talk in Aston University this week, inshallah, Wednesday. So those of you guys who are around in Aston University, I've got a talk there, inshallah. It's about leadership. So I finished the Ajurumiyya course on your channel, Barakallahu Feek. Do you have a certain exam or exercises I can take to test myself? So in the Ajurumiyya, if you look in the description below, I've got questions I put there. When is your last visit to Pakistan? 2009. The new Hajj platform has been open. People from last year have advised to pay by credit card and pay off before interest is added because it gives your funds more protection if the Hajj organizers do not fulfill their promises. I see. 13 degrees, some would say miracles do happen. Wah wah, kya baat hai bhai, kya baat hai. What is the origin of when people during Jum'ah, first half of khutbah, tie their hands? You know what, Mahid, I am also still waiting for people to tell me where that comes from. So I think where they get it from is they've probably heard the khutbah is like the 2 rakats of Zohar that has been reduced. So Zohar is 4 rakats, isn't it? So in the Jummah, you have khutbah, so they assume that the 2 rakats is in place of khutbah. So they think they're in like salat, half salat. I think that's what it is. You're welcome, Eshan, you're welcome. That reminds me of a Shakespeare quote. How poor are they that have not patience? What wound did ever heal but by degrees? Allah. Wah, wah. Hafiz al-Shakespeare. Any books you could recommend? I love interesting books which are hard to comprehend. One of the books I like is Reconstruction of Islamic Thought. I don't know any English one. Do you know Arabic? I can tell you some Arabic ones if you like, but I don't know any English ones. That I don't really read too many English books. The thing is, a lot of the academics that write, I don't get satiated with their works, unfortunately, unless they are like traditionally studied scholars. Do you speak Urdu too? Yes. If I follow the 8 rakats of Tarawih in the masjid, what must I do more at home? It would be advisable, good to do more at home. Can menstruating women touch a book with 19 names of Allah? I wouldn't see a problem with it. Or touch translation of Quran. There's an ikhtilaf about this, but I wouldn't see a problem about this. Can hands be uncovered or must she use a barrier? Yes, she can touch it with her hands, inshallah. As long as she's not touching the ayats of Quran. Subconsciously, I was drawn to buying a glass mug recently. Then it clicked. Why? Because the amount of times we see your cup. Allahu Akbar. Look at that. Psychological, neuro linguistic programming. I'm slowly conditioning you guys. Please, can you advise? Once I was teaching one of my mates, and his daughter came in the room. So his daughter was about 8 years or 9 years old. And she said to her dad, that sound, it sounds familiar. That voice sounds familiar. So she used to watch you remember I used to do that Liaquat 2.0. She used to watch that. And he introduced me to her. Yeah. And like, that's it. My voice has become engraved in people's heads. MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair, Yusuf Saab. May Allah bless you immensely. Can't wait to meet you, bro. Jazakallah khair. Ameen, ameen for your beautiful du'as. May Allah keep you happy and your family and your children. May Allah make you a quality job. Ameen. Ameen, Eskhan. Please, can you advise us for Ramadan preparation? Yeah, so I would say, look, if you want to prepare for Ramadan, then the main thing is write down on a piece of paper what is the whole purpose of Ramadan. Write that down and then brainstorm it and think to yourself, how can I achieve that? And you look at your own life. That would be the best way. All right, tailor it for yourself rather than getting it from other people's ideas. Ramadan is between you and Allah. So you want to find out what is the purpose of Ramadan and then what do you think you need to do to achieve that? Mir Raqib, would you approve if I post your Arabic courses on my YouTube? So I don't understand why would you need to just refer people, or you want to take clips out? You mean clips? I don't mind if you take clips out, but I don't see the point of putting the whole course on your channel. In terms of representing knowledge, I read a quote from attributed to Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu, called the people to Islam through silence. It was asked how. He replied, bi akhlaqikum, good manners. MashaAllah, excellent. Would you ever consider going through Alfiya Nahu? Why not? Definitely. I think it's a better book to go through, which is actually going through, is a book called An-Nahu al-Arabi. An-Nahu al-Arabi, actually, Sheikh Fadl Samurai, he actually goes through Alfiya ibn Malik, but he doesn't tell you that. You slowly realize he's going through it in a very easy to follow way. But going back to Mir, I mean, if you want to put my videos up on your channel, by all means, you can put my videos up. I don't mind. So can you please start the podcast again, maybe on monthly basis? Which one? For 3 dates. The 3 dates one. Jazakallah khair, you're welcome, Zaid. What's the difference between your Quduri and YouTube? And so the Quduri and YouTube is the one that is drawings and all that, and the one on the Uruk is one that I've delivered in lesson, where you just see me explaining. Sorry, I meant instead of going through beginning till end to learn fiqh of Sawm, do you reckon it's a good idea to skip to your videos on Sawm, then after that pick up where I left off? Yes, you can do that because they're not connected, so it's independent. And Assalamu alaikum assalam, Ustad, is it a major sin to not fulfill a vow? No, it's not a major sin, but it will be. You're going to be in trouble if you don't. If you don't fulfill it. Yeah. So in other words, the vow itself. If you make a vow, you are obliged to fulfill that vow before you die. Obviously, yeah, you're obliged to. And if you don't, you're going to be held responsible for that. But to call it a major sin, no. If I do, I'll give charity, and you don't. What's the kafara? You got to give charity. Yeah. Is it permissible to enroll into my company's health insurance scheme? If you're going to be giving money towards it and there is no need for it, then no. But if you're in a country that requires it, as in it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to pay for hospital fees, then possibly. So it all depends. Is alcohol that remains from fermentation, like in soya sauce, halal? Yes, because it's very small amount. Yeah. Okay, you know Arabic, yeah? Okay, so what I would suggest for you is to read a book called Mawqif al-Aqli. Yeah, so I'll put the book up here. It's a very good book. It's a 4-volume book. And Mawqif al-Aqli wal-Ilm by Sheikh Mustafa Sabri. Yeah, I'll put it up here. Al-Aql. It's a very good book. Definitely recommend it. Based on the reason I gave earlier related to Hajj, is it permissible for me to open a credit card for the purpose of giving my funds more protection? Yes, it will be. Ustad, I have invested into a stock and checked through two apps, Zoya and Islamically. Zoya recently flagged it as impermissible, but it remains okay Islamically. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to say. What's the company? Do you know the company? Do you know what they invest in? Great course info. Can these courses be done by students who have completed Alim? Yes, definitely. I've got a lot of people who actually go through these courses after they've qualified. Sorry to ask again, Ustad. If I did the 8 rakats in the masjid and intend to do more at home, should I pray the witr in jama'ah, or should I do? You can pray the witr in jama'ah if you want, and you can pray the extra afterwards. Hanafis are flexible with that. MashaAllah, classic Pashtun green tea today. Though this is not green tea today. This is actually this is some Turkish tea. It's honey tea. So it's it looks green. 3 dates party. Yeah, unfortunately the guys are too busy now. So Ahmed, he's really busy. Well, sorry, Naveed is very busy. Altaf is very busy. So, and I'm very busy. So we can't find time to. I'll see. Maybe like once a month or one off. We'll try to do something. I think maybe that might be a good idea. Regarding your current course on Usul Hadith and Hidayah that you are currently doing, if a person joined, is there any access for them to previous lessons? They weren't. Yes. So if you send the email in, I'll give you access to it. Or I think if you check on my Telegram, you'll find on my Telegram, you'll find a link there for it. You can join the class. Do you drink tea as a normal chai? Cha? Yes. I drink all sorts of tea as long as it does not make you intoxicated. Then I drink it. If someone is a taxi driver, can they take out breakdown cover since they are on the road a lot? Possibly, yeah. If it's going to make their life extremely difficult, if their car breaks down and it's difficult for them to be able to get another car and stuff, then possibly, yeah. Again, all of these, when I say possibly, the reason I say possibly is because there's not a black and white answer. You have to look case by case situation. So that's why, you can't just give an answer, one answer to everyone. Nahid wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. When praying Jummah in a community center hall, does that get the same hukum of the masjid? No. Tahiyatul masjid is specifically for masjids that have been designated as masjids. Salam Mufti, are there any books you are currently reading, and if so, what are they? Actually, I've got a new book that came in the post. So this is one of my students. His mom wrote this, from Leicester. So his mom wrote this, and it just came in the post just today. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see it. I think maybe the light is a bit too much noor. The book's got too much noor, yeah. Yeah, so this is a book about, I think it's about like menstruation and women going through pregnancy and the kind of women masail. Yeah, all these kind of things. So I'm going to read through and maybe give feedback. Yeah, I'm just going to read through. So this is the book, Heaven Under Your Feet. There you go. That's a new, just come in the post. This is. So besides this, there are quite a few other books that I'm reading, but they are more to do with like my teaching, or maybe even like I was reading a book called Ash-Sha'ir by Mulfluti, Nadarat, Abarat by Mulfluti. So a lot of poetry books I've been reading, like Adabi books, Arabic Adab. And yeah, what else am I reading? Yeah, there's quite a few books that I'm reading in preparation for my dua course. Yeah, so that's a problem with me, which is when I kind of start reading, I dip into a lot of things. Sometimes I don't need to read the whole book. I just need to read certain chapters of it. Okay, what interesting book I was reading. I was actually going through Mufti Rida al-Haq's Al-Asida. So I've been going through that as well. And also been going through his Badul Amali commentary. A bit. I've been going through that. And what other book have I been reading? Yeah, those are a few books. Yeah, just bookworm kind of stuff. Bookworm stuff. Do you think it'd be a good idea if I actually regularly just put up on my Telegram the books I'm reading, whether I read all of them or not? Yeah, maybe I might do that. I might do that, I'll see how it works. वजीह वालेकुम अस्सलाम व बरकातहू अहलन व सहलन मेरा प्यारे भाई वजीह Hassan Sahib Karachi se inshallah I'm going to be going to Pakistan this year inshallah. So if there's anyone in Pakistan that wants to meet up, let me know inshallah. I'll see if I can make plans to meet up. Maybe we can go to in Karachi. There used to be what's that place called, man? It was by Boat Basin. It was called Friday. Oh, I forgot the name, man. Famous restaurant, four floor restaurant. Yeah, what's that restaurant? Yeah, it's like that so much. It was so nice. Jazakallah khair for all your videos. You are welcome, my brother Waji. You know, in fact, I would like to go to Pakistan. If someone can sort this out, I would like to go to Pakistan and deliver some of my courses there. Some of my intensive courses, maybe I could deliver. Yeah, if that could possibly be sorted out, inshallah, I would come. I would take no fees, inshallah. I did not take any fees for these things. But obviously, covering the costs and things, maybe that would be something helpful. But yeah, so I would just deliver the courses, inshallah. Hopefully benefit the people. Zaid Nisa, walaikum assalam. Is it permissible for a traveler to combine their salah even after they have reached their destination? For example, if they are abroad for a week, they perform qasr salah, but can one combine Zuhr and Asr and Maghrib and Isha? According to the Hanafi madhab, no. No, they can't. So you can only take the other madhab's position if it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to combine the salats. Yeah, so on a journey, if it's going to be very difficult for you to stop and pray on time, it's going to make it very hard for everyone to stop. Then combining the Zuhr and the Asr would be allowed, and Maghrib and Isha. Can you take Apple insurance cover as their products are really expensive? Possibly, yeah. I would say possibly, if there is a good chance that it goes bad and you won't be able to afford another one. Yeah, possibly, I would say. Again, it's one of those kind of things that you look in the situation. Wa alaikum assalam, my brother Sufyan. What's up? You know, Sufyan, I was thinking about you, bro. We need to go Leicester, bro. Yeah, it's your mother-in-law's dawat. We need to go there and we need to eat some nice food. Brother, inshallah. You know, just before Ramadan, I mean, this year I've got a lot of talks lined up. And so I don't know, I'm going to try to make some time, my brother. I'm going to try to make some time on the weekend. Nahid also, is it better in the Hanafi madhab when praying Maghrib by yourself to do qiraat loudly? No, quietly is better. What's the fiqh of standing up for yourself, others? How does one learn this? The fiqh of standing up for oneself, meaning like Amr bin Ma'ruf you're talking about. Is that what you're talking about? Did you get any training in public speaking? Was there any time? I actually did not get any training. I think, you know what I learned? First of all, I think public speaking, right? There's two things in public speaking that will make you a very good public speaker. Yeah, there's two things I've learned. But before I tell you those two things, let me tell you, when I was learning, like when I went Tablighi Jamaat to Leicester, this masjid called Abu Bakr Masjid, yeah, I still remember it. And the Amir Saab said to me, you have to give a Fajr Bayan, right? 6 points. And what happened is that I got up and 30 seconds, I was sweating. I just rattled off, the words off my tongue. And I just sat down and I was never sweating like that in a talk in my life. That was the first seed of giving talks. Then I realized there's two things that you need to have to become a really good speaker. Number one is you need to be very, very comfortable with your audience, like really comfortable. Yeah, that's a hard thing to attain. You can only get comfortable when you expose yourself a lot to the audience, right? Frequent talks. And number two is you need to be able to, like when you give a talk, you need to make the talk like from yourself, like from your emotions. That's the talk that people are gonna listen to. So you can't just memorize something and roll it off your tongue. That's what I found. Two things: know your audience very well, like be comfortable with them, extremely comfortable. And number two is you need to let the talk, like you need to internalize the talk, and then when you give the talk, it's like it's coming from you. Yeah, I think that is the two things I've learned, and I find those very hard. I'll be honest. Like sometimes I'll go to a gathering, I can give a talk easily, no problem. I give talks at weddings, I give talks at Jumas, just normal, just talks, events, janazas and things like that, different types of talks. But it's just like sometimes I get very awkward, especially when giving talks for kids. Those are like the hardest ones to give. I don't know. I can give a talk to lots of adults, but kids. Yeah, but I didn't get any training. Yes, in madrasa, we did used to have these competitions once a year called the Anjuman competition. And we used to have every class, you had to give a talk, and then they tried to get you into it. So I was okay with that. I was like used to give. I was giving talks, alhamdulillah, when I was still in madrasa for Juma, here in our local mosque. So I was like in second, third year, fourth year, I think, and I was giving talks there. What does it mean by silatul rahim exactly? Which relatives will be sinful if you don't regularly talk with them? So silatul rahim, rahim means from the same womb. So all your relatives that came from the same womb, well, we all came from our mother Hawa, alayhi salam. But it's just talking about that you from your grandmother or your great grandmother, those relatives. The idea is you're not supposed to try and identify who is in and who is out. You're supposed to try and be good to all your relatives. That's the idea. Yeah, so you're trying to keep all your relatives together, because the point of relatives is not that you boast and are proud of your relatives over other people. The point is that they help you facilitate for you practicing Islam in life. Because if your relatives are strong and they're supporting you, it's going to be easier for you to live your life in your community, because most of your interaction is with your relatives. Yeah, most of your interaction is with your relatives, because those are the people that you've got like obligations towards. What would you say is your favorite part of teaching? I think my favorite part of teaching is when I see students have accomplished something. That makes me so happy. Definitely. So if I can see my students have learned Arabic and they can speak Arabic good, or they can understand fiqh, or they can answer people's questions, that makes me very proud. Yeah, that's probably the most enjoyable like few moments I get when I teach, alhamdulillah. Is Mufti Rida al-Haq one of the most senior muftis? Yes, I would say definitely. Can we get a link to your Telegram? Yes, my brother Nahid, you can get a link to my Telegram. I just found out in Telegram there's something called secret mode. Yeah, secret mode. Okay. Okay, so can you hear the noise in the background? It's the workers, next door workers. Okay, the link seems to not be opening for some reason. A link. All right, here it goes. Telegram. There you go. Ammar Ahmed Faruqi. Assalamu alaikum. Sheikh, do you know if anyone has explained the books As-Sarf As-Saghir by Sheikh Suleiman Al-Uyuni in English? I have no idea, unfortunately. In Salah, I sometimes get scared and doubtful whether a certain word is pronounced with a sin or sad or kha or ghain, etc. Is there sense valid? Yes, inshallah, it's valid. Inshallah, would love to meet you. We'll treat you with Burns Road. All right, Bunce Road. I was Bunce Road's Sajis. You can't beat that, bro. Bunce Road Sajis. In that nice kind of atmosphere and Karachi atmosphere. Seeing outside. That's the best thing. Bunce Road. I just really like Bunce. Bunce Road and Hassan Square. Those are two places I used to like a lot. He won't take fees, but he accepts giant biryani. That's it. That's my currency, bro. Do you do khasiyat of books like Nihaya is a dictionary for rare words found in hadith. Jamil Usul takes the hadith from 6 collections. The repetition, uniqueness of certain books. Yeah, I think that's something I need to do, you know. I agree with that one. Let me just write that down. I've got all these things I've written down. What I do. When I die and you guys read all of my list I've got written down, you'll think, okay, so unique aspects of books. Right then. Can you please give advice to people traveling to Masjid Aqsa? Anything particular? Yeah, so I would say when you go to Masjid Aqsa, spend as much time as you can in the masjid. Be kind to the people as well. People are very nice people. Stay away from the Israeli guards. Yeah, they sent me back in it, so I was deported. So I would say just you know, ignore them people. Don't get into fights with them because they'll just make your stay horrible. And just visit other places. You can visit other places. Try to visit some other places, surrounding places in Jerusalem. Is it your first time, Zaid, going? This Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are 3 white days for anyone looking to fast. Ahlan wa sahlan. Yes, inshallah, give me a week's notice, no problem. Even Ansar and Maulana Idris from Derby want to accompany us on the road trips. Yes, we'll do that. I think we should do that, inshallah. Should we go the end of this month? Might be a good idea, end this month. Yeah, you know what? Remind me on the weekend, and I'll just check my calendar just to see. What's special about Leicester Sharif? It must be a place. Leicester Sharif, this is Awliya. Yeah, Awliya Leicester is. Can you tell us what the average wedding looked like at the time of the Sahaba, Salaf? Average wedding. So weddings are based upon culture. Remember that. It's just based on culture. It's nothing like, there's no Islamic way to have a wedding. There's like nikah and all that business. But the walima was based upon culture. So it was a practice that was even there before Islam. Weddings are there, even non-Muslims have weddings. But it seems as though it was very basic. Like some of the weddings of the Prophet ﷺ was simply just marriage, nikah, and then like on the side of the road, just put a mat out, put some food, just call people, and then they just eat, and that's it. Then, so there's actually like lots of narrations where this, and sometimes there was like meals. They have meals, invite people to their house, have meals. There wasn't restaurants in them days. There wasn't like walima halls. People go to people's houses. It was done very, very simple. If you want to see how the weddings work, go to villages in India subcontinent, or even like Arab countries, in village areas, and you'll see how they do weddings. Is most likely how it was done in the Sahaba time. Is it a bad thing to be an introvert and struggling to speak out for yourself? No, of course not. Lots of introverts. Introvert is nothing wrong with you. I think when people like give names to things, a lot of people feel bad because they feel they've been pigeonholed into one category, one name, and they feel, why am I think these kind of names, people shouldn't take them too seriously. Being an introvert does not mean that you're a bad person or you're lacking in things. Being an introvert is a very good thing. Being an introvert has, like, I've seen introverts who are so deep in thinking. Generally, introverts that I know, they're good at fiqh. Like, they're good at analyzing things, right? They can think really good. And extroverts don't really think too much about details. So we need all of these people. Wa alaikum assalam, no name. Ahla wa sahlan. Ahla wa sahlan. You're welcome, my brother, no name. OP, ahla wa sahlan, wa alaikum assalam. AC Muhtisa, what is your advice to one to expand Arabic vocabulary? Where to find? So I would say, AC, read Arabic storybooks. Kids' storybooks are the key. Yeah. By the way, this is the time of ijabah. So may Allah accept all of our du'as, forgive all of our sins, make us pious, accept us in the akhirah, forgive our parents and our loved ones, and make us unified in the dunya and in the akhirah as well, in Jannat al-Firdaus. And those who are ill, give them shifa kamil, and those who are passed away, give them Jannat al-Firdaus, and give sabr to the families who have been left behind, and allow us to become people who propagate the deen in the best way that Allah is proud of, and to save us from all the fitnas in our community, and to save us from wasting time, and to save us from miserliness. And actually, you know what? I actually found someone had listed all the things the Prophet ﷺ in hadith he sought a protection from. I think that is a very, very nice thing. All the things the Prophet ﷺ sought protection from. I think one day I might just make a video, just go through all of them. That would be a really good, I think, because a lot of the du'as is all about realizing like your weaknesses and improving on that. So if you realize your weakness, you make a dua to Allah to improve it. Ameen ya Rabb. The ism is majhul. After Ramadan must be crazy busy this year for imams because of wedding season. Yeah, I've told people I'm not into that kind of stuff. I just do weddings like for my friends and people I know, or my students who ask me. Shay, do you think you'd ever teach the book Sarf al-Saghir by Sheikh Sulaiman? I've never seen the book. I don't know. Maybe I'll teach you if I see it's good. How do I get better in life? Turn to Allah, my brother. Can we visit the Black Sea in Jerusalem? Yes, we can visit it. It's called the Dead Sea, not the Black Sea. The Black Sea is in the Caucasus, Turkey, my Turkey. So it's the Dead Sea, you mean? So Dead Sea, yes, you can visit it. So when it says Allah's punishment came there, we don't know if Allah's punishment came there. We're not 100% sure. It's just assumed that Allah's punishment came there. Allah's punishment has come in lots of places. Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan, Bima. Welcome. Give us a chai wave. Ahlan wa sahlan, people of Bima, family of Bima. Welcome, welcome. Too many sins, remove sins. Turn to Allah, my brother. What is the sin for lying, and what should one do? The sin for lying is lying. Lying is a sin. They just ask Allah forgiveness. Yeah, they should obviously try to tell the person they've lied to the truth. Ask Allah forgiveness. As Shakespeare said, what's in a name? That's a good one, that is. Jazakallah khair, you're welcome. Not yet booked, inshallah, planning to go soon. Sad to hear you were sent back. Yeah. So, I mean, alhamdulillah, I did my five trips there. Yeah, enjoyed it a lot. But inshallah, once Palestine is freed, I'm going to go back, inshallah. Ulama teaching religion, Islam is the best teaching in the world, alhamdulillah. I think I find my place in the ummah where Islam meets other faiths, such as interfaith meetings and such, helps me strengthen my Islam, plus make better PR for Muslims. Oh, you know what? I've never been into an interfaith gathering, but I'd like to see how they work. How do other faiths, especially like nowadays with LGBT and a lot of faiths, they're struggling now with how to reconcile between this challenge of, you know, transgender and all these strange things that are now happening. Wa alaikum assalam, Bima, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. Ammar, okay, Sheikh, inshallah, you can look at the book and see if you like teaching. Inshallah. If I get a chance, I'll have a look at it. All right. So, okay, guys, then I think I've done my Friday. So, yeah, so I will have a look at this book, inshallah. And also, I have a few other books. I don't have really time at the moment this weekend because I've got loads of marking too. I'm going to try to get a lot of my marking out of the way this weekend, hopefully, inshallah. Tomorrow I've got to meet my friend, and then Sunday I've got to do riding, cycling, anything on Sunday. Oh yeah, Sunday I've got a class dinner. So sometimes the classes, they have dinners together. So a class dinner in an Afghani restaurant. Yum, yum, yum. Afghani food is so nice. How do I find my strengths and focus more on them? Some people are very artistic, others are good at public speaking, others writing. How do I find, what are you good at? What do you like spending most of your time on? Don't say social media. What do you like spending? So maybe you can experiment on different things, writing or drawing. Experiment with maybe even like listening to people. You might be a good listener. Yeah, you might be someone who is good at giving people like insights into things. Could be loads of things, I would say. Sheikh Omar Suleiman had a great talk with a Christian and rabbi. I think I might have seen a clip of it. You know me, I can't watch these long videos on YouTube. My attention span is very, very bad in these things. I can put it on in the background and listen to it. At the moment, I've just been listening to a lot of Arabic stories. That's why I've been doing a lot of writing. If you noticed, I put stuff up on Telegram. I don't know if you guys understand it, but I don't really care whether you understand or not, because it helps me. It helps me profusely write my Arabic. So hopefully, inshallah, I'm trying to write on different topics, try to, exercise my Arabic. Sometimes I'm crying to Allah. I'm serious. I got nervous. Alhamdulillah. May Allah make us all people who turn and cry to Allah. What is your comment about Muslim counselors who promote Holocaust remembrance, etc.? I don't know. Allah knows best. Sheikh, what's your advice for someone who is volunteering for a masjid but they are being treated badly, rudely? Unfortunately, this is a sad state of many of our masajid in the UK. There's so many complaints about masjids, how they run and how they, facilitate for people as well. Just recently, I think, someone was telling me recently there was a masjid where there was a revert and the revert was actually kicked out the masjid. Oh, not revert, the person who wanted to learn about Islam, because I think she's a woman, she didn't have a scarf on her head. And I've seen that kind of thing happen in a lot of places. Our people don't know how to deal with, they're not trained. I don't think they're equipped in understanding the challenges. They just become the committee. I don't know what they do to become a member of the committee. And they become a committee and they just make decisions without qualifying to be able to make those decisions or having insight. I would say, Zainab, look, if there's a masjid that doesn't facilitate, try to find another masjid. If there's not another masjid, then get a group of people, start something of your own. Yeah, that's the sad reality now. A lot of places have to start their own things independent. And masjids should cater for these things. I mean, mashallah, the masjid that I live near, they, alhamdulillah, catering for a lot of things. So a lot of the masjid that I know, they're very welcoming. Go to your local masjid. Committee has a different meaning these years. Committee has a different meaning these days, like a gang or something. Anyway, guys, I am going to go. I hope you guys like my new top. I thought someone's gonna like do i'tirad and say this is red color. You can't wear red color, but it's not really red. It's kind of like reddish. It's got black in there. It's got stripes in there. Yeah, but this was a top that I saw and I thought I liked it. Anyway, guys, take care, inshallah. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully tomorrow, inshallah, I'll see you guys. Have a wonderful Friday. Jazakallah khair, you're welcome. How are you? I'm very well, thank you very much. I pray that you find alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair, thank you very much. And if you find anything new on AI or anything, please let me know. Let me know to make my life easy. Subhanallah, the problem is that people are in charge are just old, inexperienced people that qualified for leadership through attendance rather than, yes, that's it. It's like the mu'adhins of the mosque. It's like they qualified to be the mu'adhin because they were in the mosque regularly, not because they've got a voice. What do you think? Ibrahim Hafiz Patel, I don't know him. Okay, how many masjids are within a 5-mile radius of your house? 5 miles, probably about 3, maybe 3. Yeah, probably 3. 3, maybe 4. But the problem is, it's like they're all together. The masjids are all together. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Look up ChatGPT. Yes, yeah, I'm on ChatGPT. Du'as, inshallah. Okay, guys, take care, inshallah. It's almost Maghrib time. May Allah accept all of our du'as and forgive us and make us of people that He is proud of. So even some younger people on masjid boards are obsessed with power. Yeah, power and egos, man. Yeah, those are the usual culprits. All right, guys. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.